Hi guys, my name is Rach Darling, and today I'm going to answer the question, is now the right time to come back to or start playing World of Warcraft? Now, this question is highly up for debate, so I'm going to try my best to explain the current situation of WoW and why I'm still playing the game after 10 years. If you didn't know, World of Warcraft is an MMORPG game released in 2004 following Blizzard's successful RTS games. Since then, we've seen 8 expansions, 12 million active players, and a virtual plague killing every single player by accident. As a bystander to the game, it might seem like there is loads of content to catch up on, and honestly, there kind of is, but there is one special ingredient that makes all of this not impossible to do so. I'll touch more on that in a minute. But first, I want to preface this video by explaining my experience with World of Warcraft so you can understand where I come from and why I am still playing the game after a really long time. My sister introduced me to WoW when I was 10 years old. I believe it was the start of Wrath of the Lich King, so if you really wanted to, you can work out actually how old I am. But back then, I was sharing my sister's account, which at the time was not against TNCs. I aimlessly fumbled around in this game and this world, trying to understand what was going on, and honestly, I don't think I made it past level 30. Then when I was around 12, 13 years old, I had my own account, I paid for my own subscription, and that's when I really started to fall in love with the game. I remember using the Deep Run tram for the first time and the overwhelming experience of walking into Ironforge for the first time as a human, not realizing that my Stormwind city was connected so closely to Ironforge. I remember trying to learn healing and going through a dungeon for the first time, and then trying to work out why I was suddenly back in Stormwind with a dungeon debuff. I wasn't brilliant at the game, but I didn't mean to be. I loved this game for its distraction and its transportation to another world vastly different from my own. I feel like that is something that a lot of players can relate with, the distraction of mundane everyday chores, and then suddenly you are a night elf mage casting fireballs from your ass. As time went on, I dropped the game, I resubscribed, I came back for a new expansion, I unsubscribed, yada yada yada, you get the gist. It's a pattern that a lot of WoW players have experienced. So I want to tap into something that other people feel about the game. Part of me wants to say that the vast majority of players that dislike where the game is at, although their opinions are completely valid, I'm kind of doubtful on whether or not it's their own opinions on the game and whether or not they're following the opinions of other gamers like Asmongold, for example, who is not very quiet on the opinion he has on the current state of WoW.
I've had enough of this.
It's not fun. Nobody enjoys this.
We've had this thing, and it's the every other expansion rule. BFA bad.
Usually if someone has a positive opinion on WoW, it kind of gets drowned out a little bit. But I think what we're missing is that players are completely different. They think differently about the game because they play different aspects of the game. They enjoy different aspects of the game and thus create a completely different opinion on World of Warcraft. I'm one of the players that literally cannot wait to log on every single day. The end content sucks ass. It really does. It sucks nuts. The issue is that WoW players are notorious for rushing through content. To get to the end, to finish the content, to sit there bored, twiddling them thumbs, and being upset that there's nothing left for them to do. And while I can totally respect that there's people that have been playing for literally years and have done most of the content in WoW, I will bet that there is quite a lot of players who tend to have this same opinion that didn't even know that there's a Plants vs. Zombies minigame in Hillsbrad where if you win, you can get a sunflower pet that sings to you.
There's a zombie on your lawn.
Of course, that's just a tiny, insignificant portion of the game, but this is the point I'm trying to make. There's so many things in WoW that probably a lot of players haven't done. There's achievement points, there's old content raids and dungeons, there's mounts, pets, mogs, there's the whole PvP side and RPG as well. There is a massive role-playing community within World of Warcraft on certain realms that is waiting for you to discover it. However, if you mention a certain turtle, a lot of players will probably respond with,
"A turtle made it to the water."
This is because it was part of a world quest, which is a set of daily quests that players are expected to complete every single day in order to achieve something. Players did this a lot. And so there were memes made of it, there are songs made of it, there were shirts. Everyone knows a turtle made it to the water because we did it so much. Now, I'm gonna go back to my original point because I feel like I've probably stood on some toes a little bit, but I don't want this to overwhelm those of you who are looking to get back into WoW or those of you that want to start completely fresh. There is a lot of content in WoW to get on with, and it totally depends what kind of player you are to what kind of content you enjoy playing. The game has come a really long way in explaining the way the game works to new people. You have in-game hints for interfaces. You have voice-spoken questlines when you're a higher level up. You also have all of the content outside the game that exists with Twitch streamers streaming the game every single day with thousands upon thousands of YouTube guides explaining you exactly why you should be wearing mail and not cloth. The game has never been so beginner friendly than it is right now for a long time, because the pre-patch coming up, which is due fall this time, guessing it's like October to December sometime, I don't know. Anyway, you have a lot of time to understand the game, how to play it, how you feel about it, the mechanics, and by the time you get to the end level content, you won't have to grind it out as much as the current players have. The end content is really RNG heavy and very grindy. It's not a pleasant place to be. I fully agree that BFA has been has been big poo-poo. It really has. And it's the reason why I haven't been subscribed for most of it. But coming back to WoW and experiencing these other aspects of the game, it's making me fall back in love with it.
Well, hello, puppy.
Right now, you have so much time to understand dungeons and raids, the mechanics, questing, your armor type, your stats, and what the hell best in slot is. And if you feel like you need motivation or a guide in where to start, this is the thing that I mentioned earlier, the thing that's kept me subscribed to WoW for longer than 6 months, which is the first time I've ever done that since probably Miss Pandaria, I reckon. The thing you want to do is join a community. I wouldn't still be playing World of Warcraft. I still wouldn't be excited to get up and log in every morning if it wasn't for my friends and my guild. Can I glide over it? Theory? Now, this is very easy for me to say because as a Twitch streamer, I literally have people that play WoW while watching me play WoW. So it's super simple to be able to, you know, chat and get people's help. But I joined a guild just through a Facebook group. I asked people in my local World of Warcraft UK Facebook group if there was a guild that was casual and friendly, and I got invited to one. I joined their Discord and I started chatting with them in-game and out of game. I started to actually develop friendships. You need to be able to want to play with other people, to want to develop a friendship with people, and you kind of need to be a nice person. As the in-game hint to WoW says, be nice to people and you might actually be invited back. Because I was enjoying the game so much with my new guild, I decided to start streaming it again, and surely I developed some sort of guild, and now we have like over 100 members, which is insane. I'm thoroughly enjoying playing World of Warcraft alongside you guys, and I even invited some new people to come and play with me, and I leveled them from 1 to 120, and now they're raiding with me. They adore the game as much as I do, and I enjoy teaching new people how to play the game. I think my woof woof just started barking. You go see what she's barking at. Go on. I am by no means a hardcore WoW player. I enjoy the little things in the game. I enjoy creating a new outfit and matching my hair color to my new armor. This is what you guys decided is gonna be my Morg. I enjoy walking into Argent Dawn on Gold Show at midnight and seeing what crazy things I get involved in. I enjoy WoW for so many different aspects, and I have since I started playing it. I guess that's just what I use the game for. But I, by no means, am a total noob to the game. I recently did Heroic Nihilotha 12 and I learned how to tank, which is on a Demon Hunter, but that's still better than playing Hunter for 7 years. I do try and keep up with other players, and I do try and get my eye level, you know, up there with the big boys, and I do try and do mythic keys and things like that, but I tend to struggle, and so I try and diversify my gaming content so that I don't get burnt out. So if you are a new player, a returning player, or if you are a player that's totally just burnt out from World of Warcraft, I would say just find a community if you don't already have one. Start making new friends that do different content and maybe explore a little bit. So to answer the question, is WoW the right time to start playing now? I would go ahead and say yeah. Yes, the end content is grindy and it is boring as heck and they've really messed up, but a new expansion is coming. It's looking super duper promising. Subscription numbers are up because we're so excited about the content that's been released in beta currently, and players have never had more time to be able to help you understand the game and get you up to speed. If you're thinking about playing WoW, let me know. Leave a comment below and tell me that I've kind of encouraged you to subscribe. Maybe check out my stream, and you're more than welcome to come and join the guild if you need a helping hand or if you just want to make some new friends. I adore this game and I live vicariously through teaching new players how to play and kind of answering the same questions over and over again. If you do have a question about World of Warcraft, make sure to leave it on my most recent World of Warcraft video and I'll answer via comment, or I might even answer in the next video. Thank you so much to my patrons for supporting me on YouTube and Twitch, and for you at home watching, make sure to give this video a like and maybe subscribe if you want to see my face again. But that's it for me. I hope you have a really good day and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!